Joseph Heller's CATCH-22. Sorry my voice isn't up to date, I'm a little sick, but hopefully I can get through this. I'm trying a new setting, so hope you guys enjoy this CATCH-22 video. CATCH-22. In modern day English, we use CATCH-22 as a way of saying, well, contradictory sentences, like, you want to go to the car, you need the keys. But you need to get the keys, you need to get in the car. Repeat after me. And here we're going to summarize the chapters of 22 all the way to 42. So why not just get started with this already anyway? Now, last time we left off, we were practically in a chronological disorder. I probably should have mentioned this earlier, but CATCH-22 itself is quite illogical. Like, you have to rearrange some of these chapters to actually get a real chronology. But first of all, of course, we start ending up in a different setting. CATCH-22 has Joseph Heller make our protagonist, Yossarian. I finally kind of realized how to say his name. Yossarian. John Yossarian, probably not saying that right, coming back away from the hospital towards the active duty. And now that he's back in active duty, he has to go ahead and do certain things. But at least he deserves a little rest now, and he gets a free go to Rome and chill, then come back, take it with his friends. As soon as he's there, he goes ahead and starts banging some girls. This is supposed to be a family-friendly channel. Alright, okay. What I'm gonna say is, get a girl. Because for now, I'm a family-friendly channel. So let's get started with, again. Okay, so they get some girls. That's all I'm gonna say. They go towards houses and do stuff. Yeah, do stuff. There's this one guy named Nate Lee, and he's all like, he's all into this, figure out what this means. And then, of course, they seem to be, like, passively, I'll just draw for you, this with each other. But then, for some reason, she said that she was sick of him and just decided to leave him, even returning all the money that he gave her just to stay. And, well, he was heartbroken. He's like, but I love you and stuff, mushy, cheesy stuff. And all the other boys are like, yeah, there's gonna be better girls than that here, so just don't stress yourself about it. And so they just drag him along, and later on, he gets into a, well, he dies. He just dies. Maybe dies, during a mission. And so, of course, I'm just gonna do what I did last time. This person decides to go ahead and become a lunatic. Like her reasoning of not marrying Nate was that, this is another CATCH-22. He's crazy because he wants to marry her, but if he doesn't want to marry her, he won't be crazy, and she will marry him. Such a CATCH-22. And so she becomes a lunatic, except she's like a whole different level. If you thought Major was a lunatic by like saying, come meet, I only accept visitors when I'm not in my office, well, this person's in a completely different level. She decides to go ahead and blame Yossarian for it, because he's the one who comes in and tells her the news. So she, and for some reason her little sister, who she literally hates, all grab butter knives. Yeah, butter knives, not even an actual knife. Butter knives, and try to stab the guy. But of course, this guy's a military expert, so he just knocks the knives away and runs out, while being chased by these obnoxious little, fangirls, I suppose, or revengers. And he gets himself bloody on the way, and that's kind of one of the reasons why he gets staring looks at him whenever he's around. This is like I'd say this is a running gag for the rest of the book, but CATCH-22 is the running gag for the rest of the book, so unfortunately that is not happening. In the end, of course, he goes back to his squadron, reports to duty, and, well, he bails out. He goes to Rome, again. He goes to find a prostitute, and, well, he finds an old lady in the home instead, and she's like, oh, that girl, we just kicked her out, don't really care about her, stop wasting your time on that, I don't care, I don't know, yada yada yada, that's all about it. So he tries to find her, and meets up with another friend, I think his name was Orr, and he decided to, rupee, pretty sure I spelled that wrong, at, asterisk, Sri her. Figure that out. This is a friendly channel. If you're under 13, you will not know what I'm talking about. And just decided to throw the woman he did that verb I talked about out the window. And, well, she fell on the floor because they were on the second floor, and she died. And now they're coming for him. And so when Yosarian came, he's like, oi, boy. Oi, yo. Alright, so you messed up big time, bro. You messed up big time, bro. They're coming for you. I was like, nah, they're not coming for me. What the heck are you talking about? They're coming for you, bro. You just murdered a human being. Yeah, that's war, baby. This isn't a war zone. And then the police break in. It's like, alright, hands up. And say, oh, thank goodness you're here. This guy, oh, no, we're not arresting him. We're arresting you. Sorry for troubling you, sir. Yeah, it's chill, man. Wait, you're arresting me? And then he got arrested. Yosarian got arrested, even though he was completely innocent. This is the most illogical book I've ever read in my entire life, and I love it. Good to the logical system, because this is the system I want to live in. If I'm this person, I can just get away with it. Don't imagine things too hard. Don't imagine what I just said too hard. So he's brought back to his squadron, and his commander and then his major said, alright, you're gonna have to find more missions. It's like, but I already wrote like 60. Alright, okay, new cap, 70. But then you're gonna raise it to 75. Yeah, then 80. No, we were not going to do that. You said that last time. Yeah, well, you can believe us this time. You said it last time too. Shut up and listen to us. But seriously, this was quite the thing. And later on, after getting some missions, they decide, alright, you're being paranoid. Alright, so we're gonna give you 2 deals. Here's a CATCH-22. We're gonna send you home. Really? Why? Because, well, you want that, don't you? Yeah? But why? Alright, first of all, there's a catch. CATCH-22, isn't it? Well, sure. Yes, it's CATCH-22. Alright, I'm listening. There's always a catch anyway. I'm not gonna like this, aren't I? Well, we made it so that you don't like it. So, but you're gonna agree to it fast enough. Alright, what's the deal? Alright, first off, we can send you home. We're gonna send you home. And if I don't get sent home, and how am I gonna send you home? We're gonna send you as a war hero, and possibly craziness. Okay, but I want to be sent home for doing 70 missions. Problem is, if we do that, well, we already have like several dozens of people here who's done like over 60, and if we give you that reason to go home, well then we'll have to send them home, and we don't have anyone in our squadron anymore, do we? Isn't that the whole point? The point is, you're supposed to go ahead and go home, or we're gonna court-martial you. And, well, Yosarian decides to react like, you can't court-martial me. Why not? First of all, that would make you look like a fool. You can't court-martial me for just wanting to, like, run away. That's fine. That's completely sane of me. Yeah, that's the thing. We're not going to go ahead and court-martial on that. That would make us stupid. But we can court-martial you on deserting the army by going to Rome. Excuse me? You went to Rome without a pass, didn't you? Oh, I see. Well then, see who's the fool now. Let me have some time to think about this. I accept your terms and I'm going home. Good choice. Alright, we'll send you home in like 1 week. And we'll probably have to make some paperwork for you to do that as well too. Alright, good. Let's go. And then as soon as he leaves the tent, he's all like, alright, time to catch up with my buddies. And his buddies are all like, alright, bro. That's some kind of catch. Why did you agree to go home so for that reason? Thing is, it was either that or a court-martial. Oh. And then he walks back out of the tent where he had that conversation about his CATCH-22, and that's when the prostitute girl who was trying to murder him came back. Okay, so some things I probably should have mentioned is that the girl has been following him. Like, when he went to Rome for the leave, she was all like, alright, this time I'm upgrading to a kitchen knife. And he somehow dodged that pretty well. Also, he got a little cut in his wound, in his chest. They got restrained. He quickly grabbed the knife away, and they restrained her. And as soon as they restrained her, he just left her there. And then, on the plane, she was there again. And he's like, alright, seriously, this time you have a bigger knife. You have a better upgraded knife. Alright, here's what I'm gonna do. So they literally will go ahead, tied her up, attached her to a parachute, and literally chucked her out of the plane. And you know where they were. Red represents enemy territory. Blue represents good territory. And they dropped her off, like, somewhere over here. No, that's a little too close. There we go. They dropped her here. Get it? Well, and somehow she was able to survive that. She returned, and she was like, I'm gonna murder you for real this time. And then she was able to stab him in the chest, in, like, the hip. Until, well, the major came in and was like, Nazi, run away! And, well, she ran away like a Nazi. Classic. And later when he read the report, it said, a Nazi girl tried to stab one of her officers. He will soon be discharged for his injuries. Hooray! But wait, I don't need to do the CATCH-22 anymore. And then he talks to his friend about it. It's like, well, that's some kind of catch. Yeah, but here's the thing. I don't have to accept anymore. Are you lunatic? Didn't you see the report? Yeah, they said I was attacked by Nazi. They would be crazy. They would be crazy to court-martial someone who got attacked by a Nazi. Yeah, but other reports say you were just attacked by a random girl who was love-struck? Excuse me? They can just choose whichever reports they want, and they can go ahead and put it out on you. And so he was ejected again. And he decided that he needed to plan something. And so that 1 week deadline was approaching fast, and then he decided to do something incredible. He decided to desert the army. If his friend did it by rowing somehow all the way to Sweden, he can do it too. And he said, alright, but I'm first gonna go to Rome and get the little prostitute sister's girl. Don't know where she is, and she could be dead by now. But I'm gonna go find her first, or at least find out what happened to her first. And then, well, then I'm gonna go to Sweden. Probably take care of her. And that's where the book ends. Where this is how it ends. And he was talking to his friends about it, and they're like, alright, I completely support you, man. Me too. Oh, and you're gonna need to jump, to be honest, if you're gonna need to get to Sweden. Yeah, I'm gonna do it. Oh, wait a second. Jump! He shouted. And Yossarian jumped. And then the crazy prostitute girl came in, stabbed him, but missed by inches. And, well, he ran. He ran like the wind. Yeah. And that's the ending of CATCH-22. Crazy, logical story, not even a chronological timeline. And this is all yet. This is the CATCH-22 that we know, we love, and we weep and hate. So, I'll see you guys soon in the full book summary episode. I'll see you guys then. Until next time, Shahana, peace. Bye-bye.